Just a day before Vladimir Putin arrived in India in December 2025, the Russian parliament approved the RELOS agreement. It allows both countries to use each other's military bases for refueling, repairs, and logistics. Sounds simple, but the impact is huge. Now the big question is, how can this help India in the China-Pakistan equation? And how can Russia gain leverage against the US through India? RELOS basically means Indian warships or aircraft can use Russian ports' airfields, and Russian forces can use Indian military facilities when needed. It's like two friends giving each other house keys. India, through RELOS, gets something it never really had before: the ability to operate in Arctic and polar waters using Russian ports along the Northern Sea route. This means India can explore new trade paths, expand scientific research, and build a naval presence far beyond the Indian Ocean. Since most of India's defense equipment is Russian, access to Russian logistics also makes maintenance and refueling much easier, allowing warships and aircraft to travel longer without returning home. In return, Russia gets access to Indian bases and warm waters in the Indian Ocean, solving its long-standing challenge of limited warm sea access. Without building new bases or facing political pressure, Moscow can now project power into the Indo-Pacific with India as a natural partner. Now, how does this agreement give India an advantage against China and Pakistan? With access to Russian Arctic and Far East bases, India gets a rare advantage. It can monitor and operate closer to China's eastern front, not just the Himalayas or Indian Ocean side. This opens a new angle of strategic visibility. On the Pakistan side, the benefit is more about strength and continuity. India already uses a large amount of Russian-origin equipment, so joint production and shared logistics mean cheaper weapons, faster delivery, and fewer supply delays in tense situations. It also cuts the risk of Western systems being restricted or sanctioned during conflicts, something India always keeps in mind. By diversifying weapons and technology, India stays one step ahead. This agreement also gives Russia leverage against the US. It allows Russia to extend its influence into the Indo-Pacific without building costly overseas bases. Partnering with India provides Russia with strategic reach and flexibility in Asia while avoiding political controversy. It also helps Moscow withstand sanctions and reduce isolation. Overall, the agreement boosts both nations' reach and influence, balancing the presence of other major powers in the region. In future, this agreement could open doors for tech cooperation in submarines, nuclear energy, and joint defense system production.